ma'am. Good day, classmates. I am MICA at ALVARADO, and this is the continuation of the report from Group 7, which tackles about rights, obligations, and citizenship. So today, I will continue the topic about citizenship, which is I am going to discuss is all about the social or active citizenship. So what is social citizenship? So social citizenship means that everyone in a community should have equal rights and opportunities to not just participate in political activities and in the law, but of course also in everyday life. So dapat kanang tao kay na ay equal na karapatan o opportunities. It includes sa economic, participating in the economy. So in working in order to sustain our everyday lives. So now let's proceed to T.H. Marshall concept of social citizenship. So first, who is T.H. Marshall? So T.H. Marshall or Thomas Humphrey Marshall. So he was an influential English. So T.H. Marshall or Thomas Humphrey Marshall, he was an influential English sociologist known for his work for citizenship and social class. So he is best known sa iyang essay na Citizenship and Social Class, so where he introduced the idea that full citizenship, it includes several political and social rights. So when you say civil citizenship, it is the rights necessary for individual freedom, such as freedom of speech and the right to own property. Next is political citizenship. It is the right to participate in in the exercise of political power, either as a member of political body or as an elector. It is either kanang budagan ka or nakay kanang right ko na vote or kanang hold ka of public office. So another is social citizenship. So the right of it is the right to a modicum of economic welfare and security and to live the life of a civilized being according to the standards prevailing in society. It means that we citizens, we should live a life that is peaceful, na kanang masustain natin ang atong everyday living, which is naapoy ka ng atong comfortability sa atong kinabuhi. So, T.H. Marshall viewed citizenship as a universal quality that should be enjoyed by all members of the community, demanding equal rights and entitlements. So Marshall viewed citizenship as a universal status that be enjoyed by all members of the community, demanding equal rights and entitlements. So when we say equal rights and entitlements, these are rights or benefits that individuals are guaranteed by the law or the policy. So in this context, social citizenship, entitlements often refer to social rights such as access to healthcare, education, mga social welfare programs. So muna siya mga programs na gi-provide sa government para ma-ensure na ang welfare sa mga citizens para naatay ma-achieve na to ang basic standard of living and we can fully participate in the society. So he emphasized social rights which are essential for individuals to fully participate in their community. This includes freedom from poverty, ignorance, and despair. So like what I said, so in these social rights, he emphasized that it is essential for individuals na makaparticipate sa community. So this includes sa kanang freedom sa poverty, sa kabubuyan sa ignorance, and despair. That's why ang government is working sa mga support na ginahatag sa mga tao para makasustain sa everyday lives at maka-participate po sa society. So he believed that true citizenship requires social equality, which is often hindered by class inequalities in a capitalist system. He saw citizenship and social class as opposing principles. So Marshall argued that true citizenship is characterized by equal rights and opportunities. So it is incompatible with class inequalities, which is inherent sa capitalist system. So he believed that social class is defined by wealth and power disparities fundamentally undermines the principles of equal citizenship. So para pang Marshall, kaning capitalist system, kani siya nag-hinder ni siya sa kanang social equality. And when we say sa capitalist system, naman dyan ay kanang inequality between the capitalists and the workers, the people, di ba? So para niya, ang citizenship, ang true citizenship kay opposing principle siya sa class inequalities na gikuan sa capitalist system. So, in this sense, social citizenship is not with the abolition of capitalism, but instead, sa development sa welfare state para ma-alleviate ang poverty, hardship, and guarantee that citizens at least social minimum. Kanang itong mag-develop o kana ang welfare state para ang mga tao is makasustain sa everyday lives. So, when we say welfare state, it is a system where the government helps provide for the basic needs of its citizens, like healthcare, education, and financial support. So this helps ensure that everyone can live a decent life. So the idea of social citizenship is linked to the development of a welfare state, which aims to alleviate poverty and hardship, ensuring a social minimum for all. So in this sense, this impact on welfare state, Marshall idea significantly influenced the development of welfare state in the 20th century, emphasizing that social rights complement civil and political rights. So he emphasizes that is a welfare state na dapat ang mga tao is na political and civil rights, which is na sila karapatan na kanang kuan mo participate sa politics, in the exercise of politics in the sense of na right to vote, na right to hold public office, and na right pod nanggagan sa government. And of course, nabud ka na sa civil rights, it includes the right to education, the right to healthcare, and kanang right na mo work ka. So, he argued that social rights are closely tied sa welfare provision, which ensures that all citizens enjoy a basic level of economic welfare and security. So in order to do this, ang government kay nagkuhan sila na yung mga programs na makasupport sa mga tao para ma-attain ang level sa economic welfare and security. So next is, in this sense, during 20th century, we have this civil rights movements. So over time, people started to demand not just political rights like the right to vote, but also social rights like the right to a good education and job opportunities. So social citizenship became more widely accepted, with civil rights movements addressing not just legal and political demands, but also social issues. Dari na for example, ani is kaning sa civil rights movements. They fought for better living conditions and job opportunities for Black people. So wala lang niya sa civil rights movements that happened in 1960 sa US. Kani siya, we all know na kanang sa Black people, sa Americans, is nadri kanang mga discrimination, which is they are being separated from the white Americans. So they are being kanang hindered sa mga equal opportunities of equal rights, and of course napod sila discrimination dito na nakuan. So kaning sa civil rights movements manggod, dari nagsugod na dili lang nila basta ginafokusan ang legal o mga political issues, but of course nagdemand sila og kanaang i-demand sila na dapat i-solve ning social issues, like dapat na ay rights ang tanan sa healthcare, sa education, the right to work, So, and also sa US civil rights movements that happened in 1960s, they also fought na makahold sila sa mga Black people na makahold po o mga public office. So next is the UN Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So the inclusion of social rights in this declaration invested the idea of social citizenship with the authority of international law. So the inclusion of social rights in the UN Universal Declaration of Human Rights invested the idea of social citizenship with the authority of international law. So it established mga global standards that influence sa development sa human rights law. So the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, so they included a set of mga social rights which are kanis nila nag-focus ni siya na ma-ensure ang decent standard living o well-being para sa tanan. So these rights include like the right to work and the right to just and favorable conditions of work. So of course, ikuha nila ang right to work, not just the right to work, but of course dapat na fairness and dapat kanang comfortable pa ang mga employees sa ilang kanang establishments na gitrabahuan. So of course, the right to rest and leisure. So dapat kita tanan daw natay kanang rights na mopahaway ka o kanang maglingaw-lingaw sa atong kinabuhi. Next is the right to a standard of living adequate for the health and well-being of oneself and one's family. So dapat ang standard sa atong dapat at kita ng mga tao na padaw tayo right sa standard living, which is dapat kani siya kanang connected din siya na sa concerns sa atong health, which is dapat atong health is dili ma-compromise. And of course, dapat ka na pong enough na tayo right sa na standard of living para sa atong kaugalingon o para po to support sa atong family. So, next is the right to education. Of course, dapat na ng tao, so dapat na tayo right to education. So, of course, another thing is the right to participate in cultural life of the community. So, and actually, daghan pa ni sila na lahi-lahi, but sa kanan lang. So, like now, let's proceed sa mga advocates sa social citizenship. So, the principal advocates of social citizenship are social democrats, socialists, and modern liberals. So, they have insisted upon the vital need for positive rights delivered through government intervention, in addition to traditional negative rights like freedom of speech and assembly. So kani social democrats, mga socialists of modern liberals, these groups have been the principal advocates of social citizenship, emphasizing the need for positive rights delivered through government intervention. So when we say positive rights, kani sila ang right to, example nila is the right to work, to healthcare, o education. These are seen as essential sa full citizenship. So in addition to this, ay ang negative rights, which is example ani kay ang freedom of speech of assembly. So the case for social rights is based upon the belief that economic inequality is more of a product of the capitalist economy than it is a reflection of natural differences among human beings. So to-emphasize dali na ang case sa social rights kay ang economic inequality kay dili siya because ang mga tao is lahi-lahi, but because iyang i-emphasize na it is more of a product sa capitalist economy, sa mga class inequalities sa atong society. So, for modern liberals, social disadvantages like homelessness, unemployment, and sickness not only thwart personal development, also undermine a sense of citizenship. So, para sa mga modern liberals, ang homelessness, unemployment, sickness leads create barriers sa personal development, and it makes hard for individuals to feel like they have they are valued and respected members of society, not just about sa thwart personal development. So kung mingon ka og kani ang thwart personal development, it means to hinder or prevent someone from growing and improving their skills, knowledge, or abilities. So when personal development is thwarted, it means that obstacles or challenges are stopping someone from reaching their full potential. So in this sense, ikuan ta rin dili lang diay ang kaniyang mo-hinder ka sa pag-improve sa skills o capabilities sa knowledge sa katao. But of course, kanisang mga factors like kaning sa homelessness, unemployment, and sickness kay naka-create ko siya of limitation. Parang mawalan of sense ang citizenship pag naay kanina mga factors. So, like for example, di ba, imagine a community where everyone ay chance na mo-try, mo-learn, o mo-contribute sa society. Now, i-imagine po din mo na po ibang mga tao dito na they are struggling with homelessness, sickness, unemployment. So, of course, these challenges makes it difficult para na mga individuals na naka-experience kaning struggling sa homelessness, unemployment, o kaniyang illness na participate sila sa society o kanang ma-reach nila ang ilang full potential. So So of course, homelessness, it means kanang lack of stability and safety. So of course, it will be hard to focus knowing na you are worried about where you will sleep or ug saon pud nimo pagkuha na pud imong makaon na pud para sa pangadaw-adlaw or sa next meal. So of course, unemployment, it limits the opportunities sa personal growth of financial independence. So it can lead to feelings of kanang worthless ka, mura ka walay gamit, kay lagi wala kay trabaho. And isolation, ma-isolate ka, like pagkakuhaan kag paglaon bitaw na nganong wala kay trabaho, of course, it will resort sa kanang kung wala kay trabaho, of course, wala kay ika-sustain sa imong life. Of course, mag-suffer ka sa poverty. So, last one is kanang sickness. It can drain resources and energy, making it hard to participate in society and pursue goals. Of course, kanito sa sickness, bisan pag naakay ka ng kwarta, of course, ma-drain na Japon kay of course kanina yung kwarta kasi hindi ra pud mo igamit sa pangsakit, pangbayad sa iyong tambal, di ba? So, of course, kung ang sakit kani siya maka-hinder man jud siya sa mga tao na ma-pursue ang atong goals ug maka-participate sa atong society. So in this sense, full citizenship therefore requires equality of opportunity, allowing individuals to rise or fall based on their talents and hard work. So dapat dere kaning full citizenship nag-require siya og equality of opportunity, which is dapat ang individuals kay muray sila based sa hard works ug talents sa skills na ilang gipakita. Like kanitong kanang kasabihan na kung ano yung itinanim mo, dapat yun din yung aanihin. Dapat maghagod yun ang mga tao. Di ba? And of course, maningkamot man dyan ang mga tao. Pero dapat po, napoy ka ng equal opportunity sa society. Na dapat, regardless of who you are, dapat nakay karapatan na magtrabaho ka, nakay karapatan ng participate ng mga activities sa atong community. So, social democrats. So, regarding economic and social rights, not merely as legitimate rights of citizenship, but as the very foundation of a civilized life. They have been attracted to the idea of social citizenship because it gives all citizens a meaningful stake in the society. In addition, by upholding social rights, it advances the cause of material equality. So, for social democrats, they see economic and social rights as the very foundation upon sa decent and just society para ma-build siya. So when you say sa economic rights, these rights ensure that people have basic necessities for a decent life, such as the right to work, a living wage, and access to healthcare. Social democrats believe that kani siya na mga rights kay essential ni siya para ang mga tao is mag-live with dignity and participate in the economy. So sa social rights, these are the rights that ensure people have opportunity to develop their full potential, such as the right to education, housing, and social security. These social democrats, they believe that these rights are ang importante siya para ang individuals is mo-thrive and makakontribute sa society. So, para sa mga social democrats, these rights are not just about individual well-being, but about creating a society that is fair, just, and prosperous para sa tanan. So, gani sila, they see this social rights and economic rights as the foundation sa civilized life, where kanang ang tanan kay na opportunity to live a fulfilling and meaningful life. So, kaning mga social democrats, garan sila sa idea sa social citizenship because kanida kay naka-give ni siya sa tanan og kanang fair shot sa good life. So by guaranteeing sa rights to work, healthcare o education, makatabang na siya para mahimong equal o maka-create of society na ang tanan, ma-feel nila na kanang belong sila sa community. So this means na ang tanan may having access to kanang resources o kanang mga opportunities para ma-allow sa ilaan na maka-contribute and maka-benefit sa society. And it's not just about sa individual rights, but of course, sa collective well-being, sa overall well-being ng grupo. So, of course, kaya naman po yung mga advocates and social citizenship na po na share ka ng mga criticisms. So,
Go.
Right-wing libertarians. They firmly argue that the idea of social rights and social welfare are fundamentally flawed concepts. So, these right-wing liberals, they think na ang social programs are bad because they believe that people should be responsible para sa kaugalingon and the government shouldn't help them. So, they think na kaning mga programs that make people lazy and discourage hard work. So, para nila, kaning kaning sa idea sa social rights, social welfare kay float concept doon sila. Kay kanito nakapos din siya sa mga tao na magsalig na bitaw sa tulong sa gobyerno, nandili na po sila mulihok para sila kaugalingon. Kay para sa mga right-wing libertarians, dapat kita na tao, dapat kita may mas responsable o mas mambusog para ma-provide ito ang needs. And ma-provide ito ang needs and kanito ang mga programs na gikuan sa government, mga gipanggama sa government kay gikuan daw nila, gi-discourage nila ang mga tao na magtrabaho bitaw o kanang maningkamot jud kay lagi malizi lagi daw ang mga tao ani. So some have argued that the doctrine of social rights has led to an unrealistic expectation of government capabilities, resulting in increased government responsibilities, higher taxes, and larger budget deficits, which harm economic prospects. So of course, some critics, they have argued na ang doctrine po daw sa social rights kay nag-lead sa citizens na naay mga unrealistic expectations sa government, which is, in reality majud, some are kanawit ang thinking na government can sustain and provide sa overall needs nato. Nabisag dili ka manikamot, masustain na dyan po na, but it's not like that because we all know that government budgets, kanang sa government is kanang scarce lagi ang atong resources, di ba? So in this sense daw, because ang mga tao is nag-lead siya sa unrealistic expectations sa government, nagresulta ni siya na mas ma-increase ang responsibility sa government. So kani siya nakalid daw ni siya sa kanang ng higher taxes, mas high no ng taxes na ginakolek sa government para kanang ang daghan og masuportahan ng mga tao. And of course, larger budget deficits na kanang daghan og kanang ikuan bitaw because of this. Sa social rights kay mas daghan na og budgets na gi-allocate ang government, di ba? Which is nakaharm din siya sa economic prospect. Dapat ito ng mga budget kay igamit to para mo drive ang economy na wala napunta na lang daw noon sa pag-support sa mga tao, sa welfare sa mga tao, sa pag-sustain sa life. So in addition, social citizenship is seen as undermining enterprise and individual initiative, creating the impression that state will always pay up the bill. So in addition, ani niya, this is kaning po daw social citizenship kay it creates lagi sa impression na kanang ang state will always pick up a bill. Like ang mga tao like magsalig sila na ang government lang tanan ang mag-sustain sa ilang kinabuhi. So it's not so that's why kani siya na alternative model sa active citizenship. Kani siya this model emerged from the new right model of citizenship outlined first sa USA and so on, taken up by politicians in Europe and elsewhere. So this alternative model and sometimes called an active citizenship, na siya two phases. So which is this view has been advanced in terms sa alternative model of citizenship, sometimes called the active citizenship. However, since ang new right has drawn upon two constructing traditions, which is kaniang sa economic liberalism o kaniang social conservatism, ang active citizenship rather kay na siya two phases, which is kaniang liberal new right or neo-liberalism o kaniang conservative new right or neo-conservatism. So, this liberal new right or neo-liberalism represents a classical liberal emphasis upon self-reliance and standing on one's own two feet. So dati, kay ilang emphasize ang self-reliance, dapat mag-rely dito sa imong kaugalingon kung gusto ka on your own para masuportahan mo ang imong kaugalingon o masustain mo ang imong everyday needs. So this focuses on individualism, reducing state intervention. Kani siya, it focuses sa individualism. Lagi kanilagin sa self-reliance. And gi-advocate nila or ilang gi-emphasize na dapat reduce na dapat ang state intervention para matutong mga tao na mugbarog sa kaugalingon. sa kaugalingong kusog o kaugalingong pagpanikamot. So this idea is rooted in 19th century liberalism, most clearly reflected in the concept of self-help advocated by writers such as Samuel Smiles. So Samuel Smiles, he was a Scottish author and government reformer, best known sa iyang influential work on self-help and personal development. For Samuel Smiles, most famous work ay often considered as the Bible of Victorian liberalism. Kaya siya kaya nag-promote siya sa idea that individuals could improve their lives through hard work, thrift, and self-discipline. Smiles believed that personal progress and societal improvement were best achieved through individual effort and self-reliance. He argued that ang poverty kay cause often as a result sa irresponsible habits sa individuals, di ba? And that individuals should take responsibility of their own success. Kani sa concept self-help, lagi katong concept na dapat ang mga tao is mag-rely sa lang own, maningkamot silang own. Kaya kani si Samuel Smiles, nibilib man siya na ang tao is mag-thrive siya o mas makakontribute siya sa society if kanang mas maningkamot siya bitaw, na siya is self-discipline. And dapat kita ng mga individuals, kaya dapat we are responsible for our own success. So, kaning liberal view, right, or neoliberalism, it argues that less government intervention leads to more economic and moral sense, and individuals work harder knowing that there is no welfare safety net. So like what I said, this neoliberalism argues for less government intervention, which is ang individuals kay mas mag-work hard knowing na walay safety net, walay laing na musalo sa ilang responsibility sa ilang kaugalingon. Na kung di sila maningkamot, of course, wala sila ika-sustain sa ato. Kung di tayo maningkamot, wala dito ika-support sa itong kaugalingon. So magkangata sa ato. Kaya mo tatabangan sa government, hindi na dito tatabangan sa government. Next is the conservative view, right, or the neo-conservatism. It underlines a traditionally conservative stress upon duty and responsibility. So, kung ganina, ang kalalian ni nila dali, kanisa new right kay, or neoliberalism, kanisa kay, yung emphasis kay sa self-reliance na dapat magtindog sa tatlong pagalingon. Ang pag-abot dari, kay ang sa conservative, kanisa neo-conservatism, yung gi-emphasize ang duty or responsibility na to as a citizen. So it advocates for a close relationship between the state and the individual citizen, but rejecting entitlement-based citizenship. It emphasizes civil obligations and the importance of contributing to a society. So when we say entitlement-based citizenship, this concept refers to a form of citizenship where individuals are guaranteed certain rights and benefits by the state. These entitlements are often seen as social rights, which include access to health care, education, social security, and other welfare provisions. So dahil, yung advocates niya ang state o ang individuals kay na-check close relationship. But yung reject ang entitlement-based citizenship na ang mga tao na ginaguarantee o ng mga katungod o benefit ng states, di ba? So kani siya manggod siya kay it emphasizes na kitang mga tao kay natay obligation, natay civil obligation, and importante na kita is makakontribute sa atong society or sa atong community. So neo-conservatives, for instance, would gladly endorse the words of John F. Kennedy. This is used sa iyang presidential inaugural address in January 1961, which it says, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." So of course, i-emphasize na rin na kita mga tao, dapat kilita mangutan na kung unsay kaya mabuhat sa atong state, sa atong country, para mapanambuta. But instead, we should ask ourselves, our own selves, na kung unsa ang atong kaya ika-contribute sa atong state, sa atong society, para makatabang ta na kini siya mapalambo na to. So, this neo-conservatism, they believe that Marshall's citizenship of entitlement has created a society in which individuals know only their rights and do not recognize their duties and responsibilities. So kani sila, nibilig ni sila na kani social rights na advocate ni Marshall, ni Thomas Humphrey, kaya naka-create siya sa society na kita daw mga tao is kabalurat na kung sa itong rights, but we don't know how to balance aning certain rights nato sa kung sa po dapat ang atong duty o responsibilities as a citizens of a state. So next is rights. Ano siya? This also concerns civic engagement and active citizenship. So there is a growing concern that focusing too much on rights rather than responsibilities can hurt civic engagement. So kani siya, kung mas mag-focus na ta sa too much rights na to, kay mura bitaw gawan na pug sense ang civic engagement sa mga tao sa mga citizens na dapat mo-contribute sa society, kay mas mag-focus naman sila sa rights, sa pag-demand sa rights, diba, sa government support. So this concern has gained wider support since the 1980s, particularly among communitarian thinkers, and has encouraged third-wave politicians to adopt a rights and responsibilities agenda. So, communitarian thinkers, so kani sila nag-emphasize sa importance of a community and shared responsibilities. So, dapat sa kani siya yung emphasize na importance ng community na dapat kita mga tao kay natay mga dapat natay mga shared responsibilities na dapat buhaton para mo participate sa tong community, para natay engagement sa tong society. So, another thing is kaning sa mga third-wave politicians encourage different sa kanikaan sa mga communitarian thinkers para ma-adapt aning rights and responsibilities agenda. So, these third-wave politicians, they advocate sa balance between rights and responsibilities, promoting policies that encourage individuals to fulfill their civic duties. So, kung ito sila, ilang i-advocate ang na dapat na i-balance sa rights o sa responsibilities. And, nag-promote sila policies, dapat na yung mga policies na mag-promote na maka-encourage sa individuals na i-fulfill lang yung atong duty as citizens. So kanipong sa active citizenship na po siya yung mga criticisms, mga critics. So critics argue that focusing too much on civic duty might create a new imbalance where responsibilities might overshadow rights and entitlements. So kani mga critics, i-argue nila na kung mag-focus po daw o sobra-sobra sa civic duty ay makuan po. So marami matapunan po daw ang right of entitlement sa mga tao. Ay kinapoposan na daw, anong kinapoposan na ang civic duty, ikaw, kanang civic engagement na to sa society. So others may point out that active citizenship could turn into pay-your-way philosophy, which might reinforce existing inequality. So ang uban po, nilang pinpoint na kaning active citizenship kay maka-pay na siya o kanang it turn sa kaning pay-your-way, which is kita ng mga tao dapat dapat pamaagi para ma-sustain natin atong kinabuhi. So, which is, maka-reinforce na siya o inequalities. What if daw, kung ba na wala kaya, diba? Hindi nila kaya, wala sila ganitong enough, right? Kanitong wala sila enough opportunities na makakuhan. So, usaw naman lang nila pag-kuhan po daw sa ilang social rights. Diba? So, kung wala po daw ang kanang government intervention, kung wala po daw government support,